Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Trenches,
Again.
29. We are live for sure, discussing this week in football. Back with the usual suspects, our panel. We got our guy Jordan up top,
You.
Jeff,
Yep.
and Toby. So let's start as we always do, man. Let's start with any stories, any headlines, anything you want to talk about from this week, Jordan.
I don't have anything too surprising or stand out. I mean, the Titans lost. That was bad.
Right? Yeah, I didn't put that in the story.
Yeah, that was a bad one. But yeah, I don't have too much though.
So yeah. All right, Jeff.
I mean, if I'm gonna say anything, I'm gonna say the crumble of the Bills. And it's crazy because now the Patriots are in first place in that division with Mac Jones leading the helm, looking like might be like the 0-1 Patriots, stable defense, no superstar receivers, rookie guy just doing what he's got to do, get wins. That defense had a crazy week the week before, and now they got the win this week in the shutout fashion. The Patriots and the Buffalo Bills continue to stumble up and rumble like they got a flat tire. So that's shocking to me. From first and all out of whack. That's nuts.
Put your money.
What happened?
Who?
Put your money on it because I put my money on it, and they better get that. They better get this fucking AFC East championship.
Who?
The Pats now.
Oh, yeah, they're going to now. They didn't let them in the driver's seat.
All right, we'll talk about them a little later too. Toby, any stories that stand out for you this week, bro?
I was just gonna say the same things Jeff said about mainly the Bills. It was the Bills. The Bills, we're gonna talk about that later, but they looked horrible. You know what's going on with them. And then the other loss. What was the other loss? The Titans. That one was ugly. Honestly, I had them on every week is some ticket. I had them on 3 tickets. As soon as that happened, I had to delete DraftKings. I'm done.
But it was like a monsoon, though, man.
You ain't won all year.
It was a monsoon. They still lost to the worst team in the league. I don't give a fuck.
Bro, it was
what's going on, man.
Everything is a lot until Sunday.
Everything is a lot until
Sunday. Monsoon, bro.
2 weeks in a row.
Everything is a lot.
The Titans, disgusting, man.
I think to Jeff what he said. Oh, whatever.
Let him know, bro.
Stop. It just resembles. We're not looking at the finished product. We're looking at the first of it, the first initial glimpse.
They just better win the crown.
Mac Jones is professional. He's really pro ready. He was a pro ready quarterback, and he has some good stature, and they're winning games with him. He's not doing a bunch, but he's doing some good things.
Yeah,
definitely, man. For sure.
Jeff,
I do.
Jeff, you know Odell, right?
Yeah, bro.
I drafted Odell.
Huh?
I drafted Odell originally.
Hey, man. Sometimes
they tried to trade him to me too at one point.
So then both of y'all dropped the ball. Toby, what was your excuse?
For who?
For not getting Odell.
I don't need him. You don't need him either. You don't need him either.
Right.
I got to see what I'm going to do.
Toby had the first overall pick.
Trade deadline about to be over. You talking about
should have got Jonathan Taylor with the first.
No, trade deadline over. I'm already worrying about how I'm gonna put him in the lineup because I could start him, Henderson, and Stafford this weekend and go for the trifecta because I think it's gonna boom.
Don't you say no trios? That's a bad jump.
No trios for you.
So, what I saw earlier was that Matt Nagy probably got fired at Thanksgiving. That's another story.
Yeah.
You know, your boy feels about losing Nagy his job, whatever.
Nagy losing his job. They Justin Fields. It's not Justin Fields.
Yeah, but he about to get fired. Of course, your boy Coach Clapp got fired today. Another story too.
Yeah.
All right.
Terrible.
So anyway, back to the football, man. So the Monday Night Football last night, Bucs destroyed the Giants. The defense did look good, but it's also the Giants. But From your thoughts, Jordan, football standpoint, will this game get them back on track? What do you think, Jordan?
I mean, it can. We have to see them go against obviously a better team. They've looked bad against, I mean, are we all in agreement that Washington is not a good team?
Washington,
right? I mean,
did they win again this week? Washington?
Yeah.
I mean, they won it right. I mean, yeah, they caught a W against Carolina, against a pretty decent team. And then they lost to the Saints, right? But they just didn't look good. But it's kind of like a bounce. It was a bounce back game for Brady, and he needed one, and against the Giants, you're gonna get one. I want to see them. If I'm not mistaken, they have the Colts coming up
this week. Yeah, that's gonna be one of our games. By the way, heads up, the repeat game.
Word. All right. So yeah, that is the thing I'm interested to see. You know what I'm saying? That's the measuring stick for me in terms of them moving forward, going into the last 4 or 5 games of the season or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be more of a measuring stick to say, okay, they're back on track, because I mean you can get back on track against the fucking Giants.
What do you think, Jeff? Are they back on track? The Bucks?
Yeah, I think they are. Look, team, they're older. They played a long season last year. They came into this season, doing probably what most teams do, thinking they're just going to run off in the gas. And they played Dallas good the first game, but they're older, and it takes time for them to get the engine revved up. And they played a lot of football here. Brady was, 30 for 46 for 307, which is a measly 6.7 yards per pass. But I guess that's how that offense is set up. Not. They got home run hitters. Why would the offense be set up like that? It's just Brady's not getting them the ball, and he's older. So they ran the ball 27 times for a total of 94 yards, the whole team. And they got a lot of different carries by a lot of different people. So as long as they incorporate that running game, it'll give Brady that balance, and I think they'll be fine. Like I said, I think they're back on track, whatever you want to call it. Every team lost games. So, but they're good.
All right, Jeff, what do you think, bro?
I just went, bro.
I'm sorry, Toby.
Did you get a lift of my shit, bro?
I know, right?
I don't really put too much into that game. It's the Giants. So Indy's coming up. Let's see how they look against Indy. Honestly, you said that's a game later. That's a good game. That's a real tough game to pick. But right now, the way I'm looking Indy, because I don't really believe in the game against the Giants. The Giants, they suck. They just fired their offensive coordinator today. So they did that for a reason. They couldn't do anything. And I think the Buccaneers didn't even have what's the defensive tackle again?
Sue?
Not
the other one.
Vita Vea.
Yeah, Vita Vea. He's like right now probably better than Sue for sure. So and they still couldn't do anything. But yeah, nothing. I'm not putting much into this game. I gotta see him against Indy. Better count.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that Indy gonna be the measuring stick. The defense is what I'm really worried about. The offense can get 30 points even on but I think the defense is I'm not sure about them yet. But I still think they're the top 4 team in the NFC at least. But we'll see how it goes. As far as the Giants are concerned, on the other side of the ball, they got to clean house. They started with what's his name? Jason Garrett. Yeah. And then I think the GM got to go, the coach got to go, the quarterback got to go, and start from there. Honestly, but
I like the quarterback. I like the quarterback.
You still like Daniel Jones? Okay.
I just think he has had any good coaching. How can a guy get better with bad coaching?
What you think, Jordan, the quarterback, Jones?
He's got the physical tools, but
that's my point. You can't coach.
Everybody has physical tools, so at the end of the day, you gotta produce. Carson Wentz looked better against a worse offensive line, with a worse offensive line than Daniel Jones. I gotta be honest. So
offensive line.
Their offensive line is terrible. They have no running game. Receivers are hurt. You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't have a bad situation. He doesn't have a good situation. Excuse me. But I've seen Carson Wentz play in worse situations than him a couple times, and I just got to be real. So
That's like that's true.
Listen,
Actually.
Yeah. This is bad.
All right, we're moving on, man. Sunday night football.
Not
My
Freddie.
Steelers barely, I want to emphasize barely, lose to the Chargers and on a high scoring game. But what are your thoughts, takeaways from that game, Toby? Another my other Steelers fan.
Honestly, I didn't really watch the game.
Okay.
They had a lot of defensive injury. I think I watched like the first half, and then I watched a little bit of the fourth quarter. I think when they got like a block punt. I mean, you know what as a fan of the Steelers, what I take away is that they lost, and their defense. We didn't. I mean, we have injuries on the defensive side of the ball. At the end of the day, we're not making it to the playoffs. Ben is old. At first, he wasn't. They said he was playing. Then he wasn't going to play. Then he was playing. I already knew right there the L was secured. So
he played well. He played well.
I mean, I still didn't trust it because I mean at that time it was the fourth quarter. Like those late rallies are just BS to me. Like if you're not competitive throughout the three quarters, the fourth quarter, I'm just thinking you're making a late rally. I mean, they still lost. I mean, he looked good, but it was too late. I want you to look good when we need you to look good. Okay. So yeah, Ben is done. I'm just getting through this season, and we got to figure out what we got to do, going forward. But that's all I got.
All right. Well, Jeff, I know you watched the game. What are your thoughts, takeaways from the game, bro?
I mean, like Toby said, really, it was really a late rally. The Chargers jumped out early on them. Really, it was like 14-3, and then Steelers had to throw the ball. I mean, Ben was good. He was 24 of 44. He had 3 touchdowns. He didn't no picks. He did get sacked a couple times. His rating was like 100 plus, so that was pretty good. They didn't run the ball a lot though, because like I said, they only get like 15 overall carries throughout the whole game. Like I said, they was playing catch up a lot, so the passing yards are kind of inflated to me. But it's good to see that Ben was slinging it around without any turnovers. That was a good sign. I don't know if it's too late because the other teams in the division I'm still kind of mucky about. Waiting to see what the Ravens look like after they laid the egg against the Dolphins. So we'll figure that out. What's going on? We know the Browns are out of it. The Bengals, they look really good. I don't know. They could be a threat, but they're young, so you don't know what you'll get out of them. So the Steelers.
You saw it yesterday. You saw it pretty live. You should know.
Yeah. I got you later. Don't worry. I got you, bro. So so the division might still be up for grabs. If Ben can have some more games like this, I know they still injured. Maybe they'll get some people back as the weeks progress, or get some of those people in there that don't have much knowledge, more knowledge, and get familiar with the defense and kind of shore up that end. They could be pretty good going into the playoffs, but we got to see what's going on.
All right, Jordan, I know you watched it too. What's takeaways from the game?
I mean, I agree with points from Jeff and Toby. I like the way Ben played, even though he had to play from behind. They didn't have much of any run game, which is normally what the Steelers go with. They got behind and they started slinging it around. I was impressed with Justin Herbert. I mean, you run zone against Justin Herbert, you cannot. I mean, granted, the Steelers didn't have 2 of their best defensive players there, which I think would have made a difference in some of the things that he was doing, especially like pass rush and all that. He was getting out of the pocket. I think he ran for over like 80 yards. You know what I'm saying? And there were some plays. There were, some plays where they went man. And even when they went man, he just took off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's an element of his game that he, brings out that Mahomes like sort of shit. If he brings that out and they play like, who slings it around like they can, they can be dangerous, but we can't trust them yet. We don't know until we see what they do in the playoffs. But I'm not down on the Steelers either. I think the Steelers are going to end up being the second best team in their division. I don't really see the Browns going anywhere. I don't know if Cincy did look great. They've looked great on occasions, but that's been every team in the NFL. So we really don't know. We're really not going to know until we get to really the last couple of games of the season to know, who's looking good, peaking at the right time. So I think the way the Steelers play, they can beat anybody down the stretch if they're healthy on both sides of the ball. So
I agree with that point, man. I don't think it's over for them yet making the playoffs, honestly. And and it's tough. Don't get me wrong, but if the defense get healthier, I think they'll be okay. But I do agree with Toby too. I said it before. It's been farewell tour. Now I'm saying he's done. We got to see what happens next year, but they got to lean on Najee.
I
More.
thought he played well for real.
Oh, Ben or Najee?
I mean, Ben for what he had to do. I mean,
I'm game, man. I'm game.
Yeah, he played. It's like he I remember he was off a week though with the COVID joint. So I mean, he probably had a little bit of energy or something like that. I don't know, but week to week, it ain't it for Ben, man. It's cool, it's time. I'm saying like so many years, so they got to move on, but they still gonna make the playoffs. And as far as the Chargers are concerned, Chargers are Jekyll and Hyde. You don't know what Chargers you're gonna get. That's the problem with them. Or whatever. Some weeks they're great. Keenan Allen balling. Eckler, all of them. Some weeks they're like hit or miss. That's why when you try to have them on your fantasy team, you're like, that's crazy. They'll have all 3 charges on there and stuff like that.
No.
But
Mike Williams is like he had like the first 5 games he was going nuts. Like the first 5-6 games of the season, he was unbelievable nuts.
All right. Well, let's move on, man. Vikings beat the Packers. And I'm sure Toby had on his ticket either. But how surprised are you about that, Jeff?
I'm not surprised actually, because the Vikings play a lot of the best teams real close. I mean, that was a close game. They beat the Chargers by 7. The Ravens, they only lost by 3. The Cowboys, they lost by 4. They beaten teams by close leads, and it doesn't shock me that they could really get in. I mean, they're 5-5 now. They got the 49ers coming up, the Lions. They got 2 games against the Bears. So I could really see that being about 4 wins. That'll give them what? 9? So what this year you gotta be what, 9-9 or 9-8?
There's
9
5
and 8?
games left, right?
Huh?
5 games left, right? There's 5 games left in the season, right? So you got them going 3. You got them going 4.
Nah, it's not 5 games left. They 5.
I believe there's 5. Or it's 5 or 6.
Yeah, because I think this was week 10. So
it was week 11, wasn't it? Or 10?
Was it?
There's 5 or 6 more games.
Yeah.
Okay. Hit or there. They got some winnable games on there though.
Yeah, it's 6 games left. So you got them going 5-1.
It could possibly 4-2. Beat the yeah, it's possible. They could beat the 49ers and they could beat the Lions. We know that. Then they got the Bears twice. Now they're gonna lose to the Rams in there, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, they got the 49ers, they got the Lions, they got the Steelers.
And the Steelers. The Steelers, I think
twice, Rams and Green Bay again.
They ain't got the Bears in there twice?
They got the Bears in there twice. They got Green Bay again, LA, Steelers, and 49ers.
They could beat the they could beat the,
I don't know, bro.
Hold up, man. That's a lot of games, man.
That's a rough 6 games.
Listen, man, they play the Cardinals good. They playing everybody good and close. They not letting no blowouts. And if they did have a blowout, it was them winning, scoring 30. So I'm not shocked that they came away with the Packers because they like to hang around. And if you let them hang around, they might sneak and win the game. Yeah, and the Packers just, I don't know. I mean, there was the opportunity for them to grab stranglehold of the NFC, really, and just put their hands on it and say, I got y'all. And they didn't. But we'll see. I know it'll bounce back. I still, I see big things in the future.
All right, George, since you already been talking, were you surprised about the win for the Vikings?
I was.
No, I wasn't surprised because we've been saying it all season about the Vikings really aren't a bad team.
We've been saying it. Jeff was saying it. We've been saying it.
No, I'm not. I'm still not saying it. 5-5.
Because at first I said, well, we need to, what's up? We need to hold Zimmerman accountable. Can he get, what's going on? And now they've been rallying. I think they've lost a total of combined games all season of like 30 points, like the entire season. You know what I'm saying? So right, they're not getting blown away. They're losing 10-point, 7-point, 3-point games, which could be corrected. They have a running game. They have 2 electric receivers, and then we have to give Kirk Cousins his flowers.
Give him his flowers. This is the same Kirk Cousins that we've always seen,
bro. Kirk Cousins is balling, bro.
He always does this.
Bro, he's completing 68% of his passes. Rating at 106. He's got 21 tutties and 2 picks. He's balling.
They 5-5.
5-5 though.
Not because of Kirk Cousins.
All right, man.
Because of Kirk Cousins, literally.
Because of Kirk Cousins, man.
Go ahead, Toby. The Vikings and the Packers.
I mean, are we? No, we're not. None of us is shocked. I expect this to be a close game. I mean, it's a divisional game at that, and plus the Vikings are, okay team. You know, so they've been competing with teams all season. So I'm not shocked at it. Green Bay's still the better team by far. They're still gonna win the division. They're 8-3. I was agreeing with Jordan too. He started talking about Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is literally the reason they lost to the Cowboys. I mean, you lost to a lesser quarterback. That was never supposed to happen. But yeah, going to the playoff wise for them. I mean, the NFC is tough. I don't know if they're gonna make it or not. The 49ers game is gonna be a good game. We'll see how good they both are because they both been on winning streaks. 49ers just been winning. And the Vikings just been winning. So that game should tell us for real who's who between them.
Man,
Put me to sleep, man.
I'm surprised that the Packers didn't take a chance to, like Jeff said, put a stranglehold on the NFC. However, they were missing Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is big for them. So that really could have played a part. Kirk Cousins is he's Kirk Cousins, man. He got a ceiling. Like it don't really he's skilled, but he's just gonna be.
Bro, 21-2 can't be ignored. I mean, he did throw. He almost picked. Dude dropped it, but then
he did throw. He almost
threw a dart to steal him.
Bro, but listen, Fitzmagic be having great seasons, but you don't be on him.
No, let's not. No. We're not putting Kirk Cousins and Fitzpatrick in the same category.
They're the same player.
No, they're not.
What?
No, hell no, bro. No. We're not doing it.
No, they're not the same player. I'm gonna say I think Kirk is better.
Oh my God.
Cousins is definitely better.
Bro, Kirk Cousins got like $90 million. How the fuck is he?
Yeah.
He's over
Yeah, he got like 90 mil. No way.
What that mean? What does he want for it?
That was one contract. No way.
No way.
That was one contract. No way. He's no way Kirk Cousins. No way Fitz. No.
I think he is. But listen, y'all remember Fitz in Buffalo? He had some good seasons too, like Kirk be having. But don't be with it. Not like you forgot that. I'm just saying.
Nah, bro.
None of those numbers I bet are better than Kirk Cousins' numbers. Even with Washington.
We're gonna check. We're gonna check. But anyway, about this game, I like Dalvin Cook, of course. I just feel like Minnesota can't put it all together. I don't know what it is, stuff like that. So, but they can be a sleeper. I want to see how the Packers bounce back. Because since like Jeff said, I do think Aaron Rodgers is the MVP candidate right now. So moving forward to the game we're talking about, Colts over the Bills, which was a surprising game. Went for the Colts. Now I just said, is this more good Colts or bad Bills? So what you think, Toby?
Definitely bad Bills. I mean, the Colts are good, but they got annihilated. They literally let one player beat them. They couldn't stop him. It's definitely bad Bills. I don't know. First 1 week is their offense. Now it's their defense. I didn't expect the defense to get camp like this. But I still put blame on the offense because they don't run the ball at all. Their offense is simply just one person. So that has to get fixed. I mean, the defense, you're not going to be able to lock up everybody every week, and sometimes you can, but then when you're in the field all day, you're eventually going to break. So definitely, I'm going to go with definitely bad Bills. I mean, to get beat like that at home, it's definitely a bad look.
Dave doesn't agree.
I mean, the Colts are good, but I mean, the Bills were way, they were horrible. So,
all right, Jeff, what do you think? Good Colts or bad Bills, bro?
A little bit of both, but I'm gonna lean more towards bad Bills. And the reason is, like he said, Jonathan Taylor. I mean, it's like he punched them in the mouth the first couple of times, and they laid out. The defense, that is. So, the Colts are good because Carson Wentz can manage you if you have a solid run game. Now remember they got Naeem Hines too, and I thought he was a pretty good back. I thought they was kind of going with like a Thunder and Lightning duo at some point. I mean the receiving core is kind of like a corpse, and I don't really know who they have at tight end. Not really much, I don't think. So for the Buffalo Bills to be taking the fall down this much right now, right? I had them Super Bowl favorites at one point, and they're starting to look a little different now. They are one dimensional. They don't have. Not that they don't run the ball.
David Bills fan. So.
I mean, that's all good. I mean, it's not that they don't run the ball. They don't have nobody to run the ball with. Their running backfield is terrible. I mean, like who?
Good. I think they are right.
Singletary is not. I mean, he hasn't proven himself enough for me to say that he's a starting running back in the NFL.
I've been saying that from the beginning when they were like, I said the running game is gonna be the downfall.
Yeah, like and like those people are nobodies. Like they can't sustain the running game to go with the passing game, even though you got a number one receiver and an up and coming tight end in Knox. So I mean, they got to get that figured out, and the D line got to get figured out too. Like, are they even getting pressure anymore? Like that's supposed to be the good end. The front end was supposed to take care of the back end, and that's not happening. So teams are running all up down the field and getting good passing on them.
Okay. And Dave counters to your one-dimensional point. He says,
okay. Interesting.
Jordan, you were high as hell on the Bills and Josh Allen earlier this season, bro. So what's going on with them now, man? What you say? Good Colts or bad Bills?
I mean, there's been a little bit of inconsistency going on with the Bills on both sides of the ball. All your points were pretty valid, but Dave is right. It's about Jonathan Taylor. It's about Jonathan Taylor. Okay.
Because of your fantasy team, that's why he said that shit.
No bullshit. Jonathan Taylor has the second most carries in the league at 191. Derrick Henry had 219. When you look at it early in the season, right, they were hurt up front. He had a couple good, like he had over 100 yards from scrimmage, like the first 4 games of the season, 4 or 5 games. They got healthy, really on both sides of the ball. Carson Wentz started to play a little better. Michael Pittman has emerged as their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, they
Their number 1 receiver. I'm not saying he's the number 1. I'm just saying he's their number 1.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
If
everybody number 1 for him, you know that.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they gave him the ball 32 times. He ran for 185 yards and 5 touchdowns.
I know.
The man has sprinter speed. He's from Salem, New Jersey. Y'all didn't know.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Y'all didn't know that. He's from Jersey. Homegrown. He's ridiculous. No, I know that. I have him on fantasy. He broke a lot of 100-yard games for me. I know. He's amazing.
He was just trying to trade him a couple of weeks ago for Stephon Diggs. Like, I wish he stopped. You remember that?
Nah, I don't remember none of that.
You can't. I got receipts.
It's about him. I don't know if y'all knew who he was at Wisconsin, but he was ridiculous. You look at some of the numbers that he did at Wisconsin, unbelievable, bro. It's not about, bro, I'm telling you, he's turning into a top 3 back. He's going to be a top 2 back for a while. He's different. You talking about sprinter speed at the running back, 210, 215 pounds. You're not with that. Nobody's with that. Nobody's with that shit. And the Bills, sorry, Dave, but they showed that shit. He was galloping on their asses.
What year in the league is he?
This is his second year in the league, bro. Last year he's top 5, he's a rookie, and he split carries. Yeah. Right, he was the bell cow at Wisconsin. He's gonna be the bell cow at Indianapolis.
Yeah, he'll be a beast.
I like him too, but I'm gonna still go with bad Bills though, man. I'm gonna say the Bills, you know, like Josh Allen, who came into the game, I think is the he had the best odds for MVP, something like that. And now like he's inconsistent too.
But you know why? So why are we at the end of the day gonna put it on him? They're putting it all on him. He's a great player, but right, they don't have any other way to go. So, like, that's how you get exposed. They're getting exposed because of lack of deficiencies. That's how the shit goes.
I mean, I agree with that. Like, they don't have enough enough a lot around him, but he makes some mistakes too. He had 2 picks in that game. You know what I'm saying? The good thing about the Colts is Carson Wentz had 106 yards passing. He worse than Justin Fields and shit. Out there, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Sheesh.
He had 106
When
yards.
you got a guy running for 185, I mean, yo,
That shows you bad bills right there. That shows you bad bills.
I mean, yeah,
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you got a
like,
guy running for 185 yards on you, and I'm talking about like some of the moves he was just making and stuff. I'm like, yo, he is like
Video
they
game.
don't want no parts. They don't want no parts. It was like they didn't want no parts in this man. Real shit.
Yeah, this is me messing with Dave. That's funny. but that's my guy. But no, yeah, Wentz. I think one of y'all said it. Carson Wentz is managing the game right now. They put less on him because Jonathan Taylor. So it could be something to reckon with in that way. You know what I mean? I think, but I still would have thought the Bills would have had a better showing, like Toby said, than getting smacked like that. So I'm gonna move on forward to the next topic, which is Chiefs beat the Cowboys, and I picked them. And but after losing 2 out of 3, should we start to worry about the Cowboys? Jordan, you shaking your head up there.
Man, me being a freaking Eagles fan, me giving the Cowboys some love, some fucking credit, and they go and they mess up my rest of the season for my picks. I needed a 3-0 week. You feel me? I 2-1. I needed a 3-0 week. But I mean, listen, the Chiefs defense has played a lot better the last 2-3 weeks. So you have to give credit where credit is due. They didn't have Amari coming in. They lost CD coming into the game, but they shut the running game down. They pressured Dak all day long. So you got to give credit where credit is due on that. Offense, not too hot. I mean, they look pretty pedestrian, but Cowboys have a good defense too. They got pressure on the ball, but they were able to run the ball. The Chiefs were able to run the ball a little bit more, obviously, that they have all season. And they look good. I wouldn't worry about Dallas. I think when they get fully healthy on offense, and they get, I don't know, did they get DeMarcus Lawrence back? I don't think they got DeMarcus Lawrence back.
Think so.
No, they didn't, right? So yeah, they're gonna get DeMarcus Lawrence back. They're gonna get Randy Gregory back. I think that if Randy Gregory and DeMarcus Lawrence played in that game, they would have beaten the Chiefs, possibly, to be honest. But obviously we don't know. But I'm not gonna panic on the Cowboys. But I do think that the Chiefs have found, like that stride, like that level, especially on defense. And they played against a good defense. Like Cowboys defense is not ass. Like, no. Cowboys defense is not ass. So 19 points, it was all right. I want to see a little bit more because once Dallas offense got so stagnant, I was thinking like, they're gonna blow the top off them now. Like, you know what I'm saying? But Dallas' D showed up. You know what I mean? So.
All right, Jeff, what do you say? Cowboys. Are you worried about the Cowboys moving forward to losing 2 out of 3 straight, or?
Nah, I'm not. I mean, they played the Chiefs, and the Chiefs, the light is on now. Okay. And the pedals to the metal, and they're ready to go ahead and prepare themselves for the postseason. And the sad part is up next, they can feast on the Broncos. So they're only going to gain more momentum and more momentum.
First they got to buy first too. So.
No. The Broncos are they're the what's
Chiefs
today?
Got to buy this week.
Yeah, they got to buy this week. Yeah, it is. As I said, next they got the Broncos.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So they're actually rearing up. The defense is getting better. It's progressing. I'm not going to say it's a good defense. I'm not still going to say it's a bad defense anymore either. But it's definitely progressing. It's getting stops and it's holding the opponents where the Chiefs don't have to be out there, in a gunfight every time. So, like I said, the Chiefs right now, they're kind of warming up. They got the Broncos. Then they got the Raiders. Then the Chargers. So they got 3 straight winnable games. We could be talking about them going, 5-0 straight. Coming down the back end, which would be ironic because normally they start all fast 5-0 and then they got to win it down the stretch. But this time they start a little slower, get the 5-0 streak going right into the playoffs. They run right ahead. Cowboys, I don't think it's a problem at all. They did just hang 43 points on the Atlanta Falcons the week before, so I'm not really upset about that. They were kind of getting their stride too, and like I said, they just ran into the Chiefs. They got a couple favorable opponents coming up as well. That offense is legitimate. They got the 2-back system. They're gonna use it. Dak's got receivers. Cooper being out might really be a big deal because he does draw some attention, allowing CD Lamb to get his, and maybe even Schultz get open. So we got to see how that progresses. Maybe they'll get some better adjustments going into this next game, right? And they can kind of expose where they were weak in this game against the Chiefs because they're putting up only 9 points. That's kind of whack for the offense that we saw from the week before.
Well, they also didn't have Tyron Smith, the best left
The
tackle.
linebacker, I mean the lineman.
Yeah, man, if they had Tyron Smith, it's a different game. Dak got sacked, it's a different game.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Toby? Your thoughts on that game? Or we're worried about the Cowboys, bro?
I'm gonna say we have to worry a little bit about the Cowboys when it comes to are they gonna, their goals are what to get to the Super Bowl.
Right.
What is going to be a successful season for the Cowboys? To me, is at least the NFC Championship game. So when it comes to that aspect, I feel like you have to worry because is Dak still in the MVP conversation? Like,
no.
Yes, no. You
My
said
opinion,
they just put up 40 points against the Atlanta Falcons. I said they were trash because the week before they lost to Denver. Denver is trash.
Now we know that.
This week when they lost to the Chiefs, they lost to the Chiefs. Amari being out was gonna, stop them from doing a lot of things. Then they lost CD Lamb after the first half, so the offense was limited. But still, with Dak as the quarterback, I wanted to see a little bit more. Maybe not necessarily win the game, but they literally got clamped all the way down. I don't know what happened to Zeke, and then they're playing the Raiders this week. Most likely, I think CD Lamb is in concussion protocol. He might not play.
Can't play because the game is Thursday.
So he can or he can't.
He can't. It's 2 days from now.
Yeah.
So
He's probably not gonna. He's not gonna play. So can Dak beat the Raiders? Like we're gonna see. I don't know if the left tackle's playing. Honestly, I don't care. The Raiders suck. They should be able to beat the Raiders.
Facts.
Dak Prescott. So this will, if they lose this game, then are you gonna say they're in panic mode? You're gonna say that. So I feel like we should see this game coming when Dak is not gonna have 100% his full team, and he needs to carry them to a victory because they need just needs to be.
They're gonna be in panic mode then.
Right.
Word up. Mark my words. They were in panic mode, bro.
All right. Well, I think that I agree with Toby actually. Like they beat the Broncos, but like the Falcons before they lost to the Broncos. Dak ain't look good in 2 out of 3 of those games. You know what I'm saying? And the running game ain't been they've been solid, but not fantastic or great. Ty Smith is a big loss, and then this week without CD and Amari, who are you throwing the ball to? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a problem. I might have to start Doug Schultz too.
Michael Gallup.
Yeah, but anyway, that's gonna definitely hurt him a bit. And their coach, they still got McCarthy. Man, I never trusted McCarthy, so I will be worried about them. Now, the Chiefs, like you said, Chiefs are on their way. They got to bye right now, get a little healthier. You know what I'm saying? And let Andy and Eric B come up with some more game plans on the offense, stuff like that. And that's who the Giants should hire, by the way. That's another story. As far as their actually head coach over Joe Judge, but I feel like that the Chiefs, like you said, like I said last week, I feel like they were turning to stride, and now I just keep, they just now I like the Chiefs are in a good place because they went from being like the haunted to now they're under the radar. So now they're creeping up on people a little bit like that. So I feel
like that black car riding up on the side of your car at night and zoom right by you.
Yeah, exactly. So. How they did the Raiders actually, and then but the Cowboys, man, I'm a little bit worried about it. I gotta say that. So we'll see what happens. Moving on forward though, where we at here? I think I skipped one. No, I didn't. Hold on. Oh yeah. Pats over Falcons. My man, Mac Jones with another victory, and he's still doing his thing. But the question is that the Pats are really solid, really hot. Jeff, you mentioned it earlier in the show, but can the Pats actually become dangerous come playoff time, Jeff? What do you think?
Well, yeah, I think they do. I think they can. I mean, for one, like I said, this formula has already worked once before, where you got a stout defense, you have a kind of a mediocre running game, but with some pass catchers, and then you got like an unknown wide receiving core. I mean, look, they got the Titans next, which I don't trust after what we just saw last game, monsoon or not. Then you got some of the Bills. We're already saying they're falling apart. That's a division game. And then they're going to see the Colts. So they kind of got some familiar faces coming up. The Bills again, the Jaguars. I don't see those are teams they can beat. I mean, we're not trusting what we see in the Bills. The Colts, yeah, we just saw Jonathan Taylor do that, but I know he's not doing that against Bill Belichick. You better believe that with all you know. And like I said, some of the schedule is real favorable with the Jaguars coming up later in the season and everything. So, can the Patriots make a run to the playoffs? Yeah, I think this is it. I think the gear just changed. I think we just saw.
That wasn't the question, though.
Okay, well,
the question was, can they be dangerous when they get to the playoffs?
Can they be dangerous? I mean, can I get my progression? I knew I was on the right track.
Oh, my fault. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So like I said, they'll get to the playoffs, and can they be dangerous in the playoffs? Absolutely. I mean, they're the one wild card that like nobody's expecting this. If that defense remains as solid as it has been, maybe we get more. They get more out of Damian Harris as far as running the ball. I mean, they got Bolden, so they do a lot of mixing it up. You still got Jacoby Myers, who's actually been averaging like 50 yards a game, gives them some sort of options at wide receiver, and some other cast players. Keanu Neal, I want to see more out of him, which would be better because he was a high draft pick for them. It hasn't really panned out, but when they get inside those playoff bars, Bill Belichick, I'll never bet against them again. You just never know. So yeah, I think they could be dangerous. I think they are. They're the most dangerous, really.
All right. Toby, what you think? Can he be dangerous when they get to playoffs?
Yes, because of Bill Belichick. I mean, the whole reason they're here is because they got Mac Jones, and then they finally signed some players. I never seen the Patriots, do something like how they were this offseason. And Bill Belichick is a great defensive mind, and they prepare well for everybody. So simply, yes, they get, they're a threat. It's going to come down to the quarterback, I feel like, but we'll see how he performs. But I think they'll be scary to go against.
All right. And Jordan, what you think, man? I got to hear your thoughts about this.
So, I mean, like earlier in the season, before the season started, when they made all these moves, like we all kind of said, like, yo, this could be a dark horse for a Super Bowl team. So now they're putting it together. You feel what I'm saying? Mac Jones has impressed me some games. You feel me? Played well for what they're asking him to do. He's not lighting it up, going crazy, but he's doing enough for them to be 7-4. Okay? Can they be dangerous when they hit the playoffs? I'm not sure. It truly depends who they play. If who they play can match their physicality, it's over. So if they get somebody like the Ravens or the Titans, no, it's an L. Because those are two teams that can match them physicality. Like the physicality, they can stop the run. And in the air game, there's better weapons and better players. Better quarterbacks, better receivers, better offense. Period. So I think if they have a team that can match their physicality on defense and offense, I don't think they can be dangerous. But like the Bills, sorry, Dave, but if they caught the Bills, or if they caught, I don't know, maybe the Chargers, you know what I mean? It just depends on who they would get. Sorry, I mean the Steelers can match them physicality, but maybe the Bengals, you know what I'm saying? Like if they were to get the Bengals or whatever. So we don't know, but do I think they could be dangerous in the playoffs? It would depend on who they would play.
I feel you on that.
All right. I think they can be dangerous because of what Jeff said. And Toby, because of Belichick, man. I think he'll game plan for whoever they play. And I think, that's 5-6 more games to give Mac even more experience. And I think that'll be good for him going into the playoffs. I think that, get both of them, McDaniels and Belichick. Like, you start giving them more and more time with the same players, they're going to know how to put those players in the best position to win. So they can be good. I am I thought they would be like a 500 team. So I'm actually surprised they're 7-4 and actually like going towards what they're doing too. So I'm really impressed with them. I do got to say, and I really would say if I was a team in the playoffs, I would not look over them. You know what I mean? Because even the Falcons, they ain't great, but 25-0 shutout. That's how you like Belichick come to play. You know what I'm saying?
He got something against them.
Yeah, he do. Yeah, always do. All right, moving forward, man. Jordan, your Eagles, man, they oh no, I missed one actually. I think, but I'll get back to that.
Fumble.
Jordan, your Eagles, they beat up on the what they beat up on?
Saints.
The Saints, yeah. So after this, they're on a winning streak. Can they actually come back and win a division, you think, over the Cowboys? What do you think?
Man. I'm taking the emotion completely out of this year. I don't even know if I get excited this year.
I don't even know you can do that.
But I have to say something. I mean, we're 5-6, right? Or are we? Right, we're 5-6. The Cowboys are what?
I don't know.
8-3? No. 7-3.
Yeah, they're 7-3. The Cowboys have what? The Raiders coming up.
That's a L.
Okay. That we just beat. You know what I mean? They got Washington twice, the Giants, the Cardinals, and they got us at the end of the year. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say we can. I don't know. We have to see how things play out. And I had to put my money on it, no. But we got an easier schedule than they do. I mean, they got the Raiders. Be all right.
Who y'all got next?
They got
Who they got?
Giants.
Oh, that's yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we got the Giants. We got the Giants twice. We got Washington twice. We got the Jets and the Cowboys the last 6 games. The Cowboys have the Raiders, Saints, Washington twice, Giants, Cardinals, and then us. Cardinals and Saints could be iffy. Washington might get one. They'll beat the brakes off of the Giants, and then depending on where they're at in playoff will determine whether starters are playing against us. So I don't know.
Toby sleep.
All right, Toby sleep.
I'm up.
Sophie, what do you think, man, about the Eagles then, bro?
Going to the playoffs. Winning the division. Come on, we're going too far.
All right, go to the playoffs.
Going to the playoffs is a possibility. But they have a lot of divisional opponents, I think, left on there. And I don't feel like when it comes to divisional opponents, I just feel like you're not gonna, sweep through them. There's gonna be a couple L's in there, maybe 1 or 2. And
maybe Washington. Because Washington always gets us. But the Giants, no, we own the Giants.
Yeah, the Giants, they are horrible, but I don't know, man. Right now, I'm saying no. I don't think they're gonna win the division. I don't think they're gonna go to the playoffs at this moment. I don't think so.
Oh, either one. You don't think either one or go to the playoffs?
I mean, they're definitely not winning the division, but going to the playoffs, I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna lose a couple of these games. The Washington, they play the Cowboys week 18.
Bro,
depending on what goes on with the Cowboys, let's say they might need.
Bro, when you go into a street fight, knowing that you're bigger, tougher, how do you lose?
What are you talking about?
And you know you're the bigger, tougher, stronger, MFer. Do you think you about to go in there and lose?
Yo, you just said your emotion ain't there this season though, bro.
I'm just letting you know that's what they doing. They punching niggas in the mouth, and when you get punched, everybody got.
Let me ask you this question, bro. Why is your emotion not there this season? Because y'all 5-6?
I think it's because, like, what pisses me off is the formula that they've had the last, 3-4 games. I thought this is how they were going to come into the season. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, right. Imagine if they could have just had this formula from the rip. Right. What would they have looked like? They may be competing for the division.
Okay.
And that was my point. And that was my point that I wanted to prove. I guess not prove, but say, hey, I think if they had this formula, they can compete to win the division. And they figured it out like too late. I mean, I guess in some respects, you feel me? It's like now you have to have other things happen for you to possibly make the playoffs even. You know what I'm saying? Let alone win the division. So I'm just like, what the hell, And then the jury's still out on Jalen Hurts because within the identity and offense that they ran the last 4 or 5 weeks, now we need an entire season like this to say, okay, can he do this an entire season and play well? He's played relatively well, but they haven't asked him to do much. So, yeah, like throw him the ball 20 times or 15 times, and you got Jordan Howard, Sanders, and Scott each rushing for over 40-plus yards. The Eagles have had the most rushing yards in the last 4 weeks as a team. You're talking about even Jalen Hurts. I mean, Jalen Hurts had 3 rushing touchdowns.
I know. No passing touchdown. I know.
Like, when you have a formula like that, like I said, you can have a game plan. But when you go in and you start getting hit in November and December, them hits feel different when the cold is out there and dudes start frailing. I'm telling you. Sorry, Dave, but that's what looked like it happened to the Bills. It was cold, it was windy, and they didn't want no parts of that shit.
And the Titans.
Yeah, you feel me? And that's what like that shit will beat that shit travels. So you can beat anybody anywhere.
All right, Jeff, jump in there, man. What do you think, man? Division or playoffs? Or what do we think?
Yeah, he's right. I think they can get to the playoffs. They got the trap game with the Jets, and that would be the one I'm concerned about. Young coach, young quarterback. Don't get riled up thinking, oh, it's the Jets. You're going to go in there and smack them and you catch an L. But the rest of divisional opponents, I mean, the Giants, they just told you what they look like. They fired Coach Clapp, which they shouldn't even had anyway. The Cowboys just took a couple losses. But then the Eagles have the Redskins twice, They're going to catch them. And I think they can't catch one from the Cowboys because maybe the Cowboys rest their starters if they're that far ahead. Maybe the Eagles can sneak into the playoffs. Winning division, what are the Cowboys right now? 8-3 or 7-4?
7-3.
7-3. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't want the Cowboys to lose that many games in a row. I don't want them to. I'm just saying, will they? I don't know, but the Eagles could sneak into the playoffs. Definitely, they got a nice favorable schedule. But that Jets game is one I will watch.
What's the Redskins? I'm sorry, the football team record.
Good, Jordan. So the football team record is right now. It's currently.
They're 4-6. So I mean, right? They're 4-6. I mean, I don't see them getting. I mean, like I wouldn't put my money on the Eagles making the playoffs. So I mean, I didn't think they were making the playoffs regardless. It just happened to be the way the numbers are set up this year right now, and the way other teams are playing in the NFC, that they have a mathematical shot at the playoffs.
I think here's what I think. I think that they can make the playoffs and they might make the playoffs. But I'd also think that making the playoffs might be not
the best thing for us.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Because number one, it hurts your draft stock. Number two, it's hard to evaluate Jalen Hurts if he makes the playoffs. Because now we got to keep him going and stuff like that. But really, he ain't showing he could throw the ball that great to me yet. And that's
I think he's gotten relatively better from the first 5-6 games in the season where they were just like, yo, we're gonna put the entire offense in your hands. I think when they took the burden off him, you saw him make those certain throws.
For your franchise quarterback, they gotta, they should perform better sooner. But he was never the answer. I don't know why y'all act like he was ever the answer, or why even.
Right, but if he wins, right,
he gonna get stuck.
Yeah. Right, that's
gonna be stuck with him.
Yeah, they don't give him a contract.
I mean, who's this? But I don't think that would happen. But I mean, you have to also give him. I don't think he would just get a contract extension. I don't know. But
not this year's second year, but if he wins this year, let's say go to playoffs.
They got to consider that when he go back to talk to him.
So I would say this though, whether they go to the playoffs or not, bring him back regardless, because the way that they have, I just like the way that the identity of the offense.
All right, real quick, do you think he could be a Super Bowl winning quarterback?
All right, you're pushing.
That's the point.
I mean, no, but people didn't think Nick Foles fucking was.
I thought so.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah. So definitely the second time around, like, oh yeah, they can do it.
So, who knows?
What you say, real quick? Can you be Super Bowl winning quarterback?
Hell Toby? No.
Not right now.
Not right now. Never.
Oh, shit, we
Look, man, like I always say, he lost his job in college. Why y'all think he gonna keep his job in the pros?
Let me make sure I get my charger so I don't die.
He wasn't good enough then.
Well, don't think you off the hook, Jeff. The one I missed was the Raiders getting smacked up by the Bengals.
When?
That's the question I missed. What you mean when?
Oh,
Sunday. You know
okay.
when?
I wasn't sure. I thought we was on a bye week.
Nah, yeah, it seemed like it. But what are your thoughts on, I guess, y'all, but more so the Bengals, man, and how they give it in the division and stuff like that?
Yeah, they can. I mean, they ran in the ball. What they ran it 30 times with Joe Mixon for like
Joe
2
Mixon.
touchdowns.
Okay,
Oh man, I told you I wanted him.
Yeah, no, you did. You did say
Damn, bro. Run me, Joe Mixon. No, but Joe Mixon is a solid running back. He's always been a good running back, really. Even last year, they leaned on him a little bit, but they tried to tank, of course, because they wanted high drive stock. So Joe Mixon really been that deal. Solid running back. If he can catch more out the backfield, it'll be a lot better. I think the Bengals, they set. I promise you that they set. Burrow, Mixon, Chase. Maybe if they get another weapon. Maybe if T. Higgins form into something they want to see. They might be set, man. They got to get that defense on lock. But the Bengals look real good with that little backfield right there, Burrow and Mixon. As far as the Raiders go, it's just the season's over. The turmoil, the controversy on the outside, it has
too much.
It's too much. Yeah, it caved in. We caved. I think that John Gruden. I'm not really sure about the racism part. I'm not really sure, really, honestly. I'm still on the fence about it. But as far as a leader, he led well. And right now we just running on the fumes of what he left behind, and it's probably over. We probably should just go ahead and tank the rest just to preserve some of the stock in the pick, but we got to move on from Carr at the end of the season. I just can't see it. He's a good quarterback, but he isn't consistently long-term good. Like, he is sporadic. He fits magic.
I can see him going to like the Steelers, playing pretty well.
No, I think when they broke his ankle, I think that might have broke something in him.
Would you want Carr, Toby, on the Steelers?
Absolutely not.
I mean, I wouldn't mind trying him out, man.
Okay.
Into anything.
Would you say Mike no?
Washington.
I'll say no. I never liked Derek Carr.
You say no, Mike?
I never liked Derek Carr. I told you that. I don't think he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. That's what it's about.
Bro, Bro, Brady has 7. So how many Super Bowl winning quarterbacks are there?
No.
Like, Brady's got 7. Mahomes has 1. Ben has 2. Come on, man.
Right. What the fuck? Mahomes got 1. It's a lot, but that's not my point. My point is that a guy you think can take a team to the Super Bowl and win it, like, he's gonna be the reason why they win. I don't think Carr is that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, if you give look, he looked like that when he had the weapons. When we had Ruggs. Don't front. When we had Ruggs, we was going deep, bombing over top, and you was like, "Oh, they look like something."
I never said that.
Wilder,
I did.
I'm about to say I never said that.
I was impressed. I said, "Yeah, I think Ruggs."
You were. I was consistent, bro.
That was part of their offense. I mean,
that's what we never have had.
You have to respect.
Did y'all get D-Jack? Same thing.
And he fumbled the first bomb he caught.
Yeah, come on, bro. Yeah, come on.
Bro,
man.
I mean, Henry Ruggs is a better player.
D-Jack ain't lit. I don't know if he was just trolling just now or what.
Yeah,
all right.
I think
because you definitely been cooked, D-Jack. Stop it.
Listen,
but
man.
That wasn't enough, man. And again, like I said, we're just done.
I think Jeff is right though. The point that Carr might need a new place at this point. They got to get rid of Carr either way. Not because he's horrible. He's not horrible, but just it's not working. And because Gruden gone now, they might as well start fresh. New coach, new quarterback. I guess the assistant dude, he wasn't it or whatever. As far as the coach,
he's an assistant for a reason.
Yeah. So he wasn't it. So this was his tryout. He failed miserably. I feel like because he y'all pretty much went down when he got the job. As far as the who played the Bengals, man. Listen, that division, man, going down to the wire, like for real. And Jordan said it before, man. The Bengals are a good team. Ravens, Steelers, like it's I don't know, man. The Bengals got weapons, and before you know it, they can have a great showing in any game. So it's and as far as the Bengals and the Ravens, they're gonna be good for years to come because they got young quarterbacks that are both good. and young players. So I mean,
Sure.
I'm excited for the Bengals actually. And what about you? Who answered this question already? Oh, that was only Jeff. Yeah, Jordan. What do you think about this that game, Bengals and Raiders?
I mean, right. I thought all year long, I said I think the Bengals are one of the top 5 or 6 teams in the AFC. I think they're pretty well balanced. They can run on offense. When you have a team who can give you both ways, you know what I'm saying, can give you both, you know what I'm saying, both sides, whether it's run it, run it or throw it. Burrow is, I think Burrow can be a Super Bowl winning QB.
I agree with that.
Burrow has
it too.
Like he has everything. You know what I'm saying? The intangibles, the leadership, the tenacity. You know what I'm saying? The toughness, and then with the skill. So when you put somebody like that together, that's just, that's awesome. Then they got Chase. Chase is he the best rookie receiver that's hit the league since
Justin Jefferson?
Justin Jefferson?
Wait, you can't count somebody that was a sleeper.
Why
What do you
not?
mean?
Because he wasn't really
Jefferson
like he wasn't a sleeper.
Yeah, I mean he
wasn't a sleeper
after the first round.
He was a little bit of a sleeper.
He was a
There
sleeper.
were some receivers that were picked ahead of him. I'm not mistaken. But
Receivers were taken ahead of them.
Yeah,
Justin Jefferson. Oh yeah, I remember the Eagles took the dude Riegler.
Yeah.
That was their fault.
Yeah,
he was supposed to go.
Cowboys took somebody else too. Was it CD?
Yeah.
CD nice though.
Wow, y'all been so CD in. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
The Eagles fucked up. But
that's your boy Howard.
but
oh man.
I think they're impressive. They just have to prove it. They're a young team. They had some lapses this year, especially they lost some games that we thought, they definitely should have won. So they just have to come out every week and prove it. I thought they did that against the Raiders. And they just got to continue to go and do that. You know what I'm saying? They're still a young team, so this is all new. So shout out to my boy Eli.
Yeah. By the way, Lakers went down 6. By the way, Joey talking on that shit. Anyway,
I'm watching right here.
They came back though. Hey, what do you think about the Bengals and Raiders, Toby?
Didn't really watch that game. But what I thought happened would happen. I thought the Raiders would win. I mean, the Raiders would lose. My bad. The Raiders would lose. I knew there was no way they was going to beat the Bengals. The Raiders are, like I said, ever since what happened with John Gruden. I said this last week. I've been bearish on them. My puts are printing right now. So, the Raiders.
Let's clean house.
Another L. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they should do, but they need to do something else. I mean, like I said, once the John Gruden situation happened, then the Henry Ruggs situation, I already said like that was it right there.
Yeah, it was too much.
Another.
So we're gonna start taking some of your show checks for not doing your homework, man. Watching the games, man.
Watching that.
What would you watch?
All the games, man.
You was on Sunday brunch.
What's going on? Rico was playing during the game. I was watching the Chiefs game. The Chiefs game was on the same time. I was watching that game.
A lot of shows, a lot of games this week. You said I didn't really watch that game.
I didn't watch the Steelers. I didn't watch my team. And
I had red zone, so I'm able to.
I think we need.
I had a lot going on.
I was watching the better game. At the end of the day, I'll
go back and watch highlights. But all right, so let's talk about the power rankings this week, man. After a lot of different games and different outcomes, power rankings 1 through 5, man. What y'all got?
Damn, 1 through 5.
I'll spit it out. So this is based off of like what I saw this week prior, really entire season up to this point and going into really the home stretch. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I still got the Green Bay Packers as the best team in the league, to be very transparent. I got the Cardinals at number 2. Went in there with no DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray and went into Seattle in their place and still beat them with Russ back. Good deal.
I keep telling y'all, man, Russ on Instagram, every time Russ on Instagram, they're gonna lose. I keep telling you.
How the hell you got that team as number 2?
It'd be true though.
So I got Green Bay, I got Arizona at number 3. What the? Oh, I have Kansas City. I have Kansas City at number 3.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, number 4. I have honestly. I have the Ravens right now.
Okay.
I like what they did. No Lamar, no nobody. Went in there, caught it done. Didn't expect it.
Against who?
The Bears.
Okay.
I thought the Bears would win without no Lamar.
Yeah.
And then number 5, right now, based off of going into, you know what I'm saying? We're going to see. The shit is fluid. But I like what the Patriots are doing.
Wow.
I like what the Patriots are doing because the formula is perfect. I love that type of football. I love that brand of football. That Steelers way, that old Steelers shit, that old Eagles shit, run the ball, play great D, control the clock. That's real football.
Solid QB. Don't forget about that part.
Fuck you.
Been trying to tell you all year.
But I really got the Patriots. It was really between the Patriots, bro, and I really didn't want to put the Titans on there. I had no regard for Tampa Bay. I really wanted to put the Colts there. Because I really wanted to put the Colts at 4 and 5. I wanted to put Colts and Pats, honestly. Because I really fuck with what the Colts can do.
We don't care what you wanted to do. All right, man.
All right, Jeff.
Care what you wanted to do and shit. So I got so at 1 I got the Cardinals. At 2 I got the Packers. At 3 I got the Chiefs. At what?
Yo, you just came at me when I said that shit.
Nah, the first 3 you was good.
Oh.
The first 3 I agreed totally with you. Like I said the Cardinals is 1, the Packers is 2. Cardinals, how you gonna take them down from number 1? They got the best record and they just went in there and won with nobody at quarterback. Like going 2 games in a row.
I mean, overall,
And they missing their star receiver.
All right. Aaron Rodgers, take A-Rod.
Look, A-Rod just took an L too, so he got to be at number 2 this week. He can't be at number 1 after taking the L, and the other team with a better record just won into it. So either way, so we got the Cardinals, the Packers, the Chiefs, the Los Angeles Rams. I think the break will do them well. And
Let's hear
his last person. Let's hear last.
Hold on, who your last team, bro?
And then my last team is I mean, I'm just going, and I feel
you got look. I'm gonna name a few that you could even put in there.
Nah.
I'm gonna just say look. Colts. You got New England. You got
Nobody's putting the Colts in there, bro.
All right. You want to put New England in there?
I thought about them all. Like the Titans terrible, the Bills is terrible.
You want to leave Dallas in there?
Like, yeah, I throw Dallas in there at 5. Yeah, I'll do that. They still lead the division.
I mean,
Jeff is funny, yeah.
That's for real, dog. Like,
Jordan.
They still lead the division. Yo, they still lead the division. Like, I'm just saying though, like they do. They lost to the Chiefs.
But you just came in Jordan for his last 2 though. That's the thing.
Like the Patriots, no way. Like, nah, I can't do that yet. No, not at all. And then who you said before that? The who? The Ravens?
Yeah.
Hell no. Like what?
I mean, that's
They just got thumped by the damn Dolphins before that, and then no Lamar. I'm confused. What the hell is going on right now?
Bro, you didn't put Tampa Bay in your shit.
Because Tampa Bay wasn't in the top 5 last week. They beat the Giants for 1.
You put the Rams. They had a bye week. They didn't play.
I think they was in 4 last week.
Come on, bro.
I'm not moving.
The Rams and Tampa Bay can't get back in until after next week, bro.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
Next week, next season, man. We got you.
All right, Toby, who you got, bro?
Number 1, number 2, Arizona. Number 3, Chiefs. Number 4, Ravens. Number 5, I'm going to go. Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's my top 5 right there.
Did you say the Chiefs?
Yeah,
You did.
Okay.
Chiefs and so the Ravens.
Yeah,
you got a complete win, like to win without your starting quarterback.
It's the Bears.
The Bears. It's a team win. You know, it's a team.
Yo, the Bears beat y'all.
The Bears beat who?
Yo, the Raiders.
They did.
Yeah.
But yo, was it? Wait, was hey? I don't.
They almost beat
That was like
the
week 2 or 3 or something.
They almost beat the Steelers.
They didn't.
Oh, I mean, we
So,
beat the
they
Steelers,
lost.
so it don't
They
matter.
lost.
So we tied then. The Bears are still the Bears. They terrible. We bad. Hell, what the hell?
Who played quarterback for the Bears? Was it Dalton or Phil?
I wasn't sure. I'm trying to figure it out.
Phil was in, but Phil's left, I think.
Yeah, Phil's left in the middle of the
And
game.
then Dalton started playing.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, that's why they don't get no credit for that win. Then
Yeah, man, it's terrible.
I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. Well, I'm going with I love the Packers. Packers are complete to me. Packers, Cardinals. I can't put the Chiefs that high yet because, like, okay, they got a couple wins, but their record still ain't great. Or whatever.
7-4.
7-4.
The rest of the team that's out here is 8-3 is the Titans, and then the rest is 7-4.
The Rams 8-3, ain't they?
Hey, the
7-4.
The Knicks are
The Rams got 4 losses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going with Chiefs then.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go with-
put the Knicks in your top 5 because they only your ass right now.
Come on, man. Relax, bro.
Matter of fact, the Rams only got 3 losses, but only 7 wins.
Okay, I was right there. What the fuck? All right, so I'm gonna go with the Rams, then Chiefs.
But y'all just clown me over the Rams.
I did. Jordan did. I'm gonna go with the Rams, Chiefs,
Bro,
and then I'm gonna go with at number 5. I had it too before Rams, Chiefs, and Bucks. I got Bucks in there in my top 5.
bro, how do you have a team that didn't play last week play this week in your top 5?
Because if they ain't leave my top 5 down, why they can't?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like,
If the other teams fall down, what I'm gonna do? Make them play a tie? No, they got to. Somebody got to come up.
that you ain't play don't mean you lose your spot. Like, that's crazy. Or whatever. All right, man. Well, listen, it's Thanksgiving week. So before I do that, we gotta go over last week. So last week, since we had the whole Big Ben situation, everybody had the Chargers. we all got that W.
Wait though. I'm confused.
Yo, we almost
said if
lost
Big
one.
Ben played, you had the Steelers.
We almost lost that one though too, like because we all switched.
Huh, Mike? I thought you said if Big Ben played.
Bro, Big Ben was.
Bro, it was a last minute thing.
Right, exactly.
It was
So
a last minute thing.
we already had changed our picks before that.
Yeah, we
Alright.
did.
I'm lying, yo.
No, we're not.
Bro,
It's cheating.
How?
This shit don't even sound right. Shit sound oof.
Yo,
Bro,
you didn't pick you didn't switch. You stuck with the Steelers.
I kept the Chargers from the beginning. I never was away from them.
But then
Well,
Big Ben
we
wasn't
picked-
playing, and we all went to the
No,
Chargers.
remember, Ben was first they said Ben wasn't playing. We never knew. Then they said he was playing. Then they said he wasn't playing.
Right.
Then they said he was playing.
Yeah,
So
it
when
was back and
before the
forth.
last switch, we was like, "Yo, Ben
So
not
how many
playing."
times y'all changed the pick?
No.
Once or twice?
So we
What?
still ended
What?
up winning.
So
So
what-
we're mad.
oh,
We
y'all
picked the
terrible,
Chargers,
man.
We got the
I was
Chargers.
there.
Y'all cheating, yo. All right, come on, man. It's all right, bro.
We all had the Chargers. I gave us all the Chargers. We all had the Cardinals. Jordan and Toby had the Cowboys for some reason, and me and Jeff had the Chiefs. So me and Jeff were 3-0. Jordan and Toby were 2-1. I'm 19-14, still up top of the division, still up top of the standings. Jeff 18-15. Jordan 16-17, and Toby 17-11. Toby actually got a good
We
win
picked the
loss.
same fantasy.
Huh?
Toby got more wins than
We
Jordan.
picked the same fantasy.
Yeah, I know. You do got more wins than Jordan. Damn, Jordan.
Yeah, I'm betting. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
terrible.
I'll take these L's. I'd rather take some fantasy W's.
Well, listen, this is Thanksgiving week. A lot of good games. This week we're gonna do 5 games. Try to separate this. Instead of 3.
Damn.
5
Yeah.
games.
He's trying to get separation. That's why. He don't want to do 3 because he's trying to get separation.
Right,
I'm
let's go to-
just doing it, Mike.
Every game for Thanksgiving.
Cowboys,
I think
Raiders,
we're gonna win, but I ain't gonna pick them.
Titans and Pats, Packers and Rams, Bucks and Colts, and Vikings and 49ers. Those are the 5 games that we got going right now.
We got Cowboys, Patriots,
Oh,
Packers.
Yo,
These are
all right,
good-ass games.
I'm ready to go. I'm
Well,
ready to go.
All right, hold on, Jordan. All right, Jordan, what you got?
Cowboys,
All right.
Patriots, Rams.
Mm.
Give me the Colts. And I'm going to take the 49ers.
So Cowboys, Pats, Rams, Colts, 49ers.
Yep.
All right, you good with that? You sure?
Yep.
All right.
You know,
So you like the Colts over the Bucks, huh?
That's my only upset.
All right.
And I think I don't know who would be favored in that Minnesota game. I would assume it would be San Fran. But
Who's next?
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys, Patriots, Packers.
He wants look. I'm a guinea pig.
They said the Cowboys gonna lose to the Raiders anyway.
Yeah, I think they are, but I'm not gonna pick on it.
All right.
I'm torn. Some of my emotion is talking, and now I'm gonna pick with my mind.
All right, Patriots.
Cowboys, Patriots, Packers. I'm gonna rock with the Colts too.
And
you know what? I'm gonna go with the Bucks. The Bucks ain't letting that shit happen to them. I'm not. You smoking? Bucks ain't letting that shit happen. And then I'm gonna go with the Vikings. I like the 49ers though, honestly, low key, but I'm gonna go with the Vikings. I think the momentum is right, and they can.
This one will really separate us. This week.
I'm about to say this week is definitely
these 5 games and shit. That's
That's why he did it. He did it on purpose. Like he corny. He corny. Cause I know you smart enough. I know you evil genius. I know you, yo.
Toby,
I'm gonna pick more games.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
It's Thanksgiving week, man. Special week.
I'm gonna go Cowboys. I'm gonna go Patriots. Packers and Rams. Who's at home? Packers. Damn, Rams off a bye. I'm gonna go Green. I'm going Green Bay, man. I'm going Green Bay.
All right.
I'm going Green Bay. Bucks and Colts. Colts are home. Damn, is AB playing? Gronk playing though. I'm gonna go Patriots. They're gonna try to get a real victory.
Bucks, you mean?
I said Bucks. I'm gonna go Bucks. They're gonna try to get a real victory because the Giants don't count. So they're gonna try to get a real victory.
I think so too.
And then who's the last one? Vikings and 49ers.
That's the squeeze. That's the squeezer.
Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna go damn, yo. I'm gonna go 49ers.
I want to change one of my picks though.
Go ahead. What you want to change?
I want to change the Packers to the Rams. Because I'm thinking about it, like the Rams coming off the bye. They got Donald. They got Jalen Ramsey. Like, hold up, whoa. I don't know. We might see the Packers stumble a little bit. See the Rams ride up a little bit.
After coming off a loss too. So
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm
a lot of energy in that loss.
What happened?
They exerted a lot of energy in that loss.
Crazy part is that the Cowboys gonna be missing.
Oh, you know what? I think I want to switch. I want to say.
So what?
You know what I just thought about? We call it Aaron Rodgers has a toe injury that he's been fighting against.
He coming up with anything now. You just jump in the bandwagon.
Am I making that up though?
The bandwagon, bro.
Am I making that up though?
Bandwagon, bro.
I just remembered it was like.
Come on, man.
He's not.
His source is shaky.
So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with Rams. I mean, yeah, definitely with the Rams. Everything else. Who did I pick again? The Vikings and 49ers?
You said 49ers.
I said 49ers. Yeah, I'm gonna stay with the 49ers.
Yo, Toby, that's why you don't win in your draft.
Exactly. He be guessing like speculation.
So I'm thinking that the Cowboys defense is what's going to be good against the Raiders. However, there's no Amari or CD Lamb. So that's going to be tough for the Cowboys. But only thing is, it is Thanksgiving. I think they're going to show up to play. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Know how I go. Cowboys on Thanksgiving every day.
Yeah.
Stupid every day.
Pats is good, but Titans are good though. Like we forget, like the Titans ain't soft, like 'cause they lost to the Houston though. But
yeah, I mean, I said that earlier when I was talking about that shit. This would be a good matchup to see where the Patriots stand, whether that top 5, that where I put them at. This is the one. Like but I think they can get it done. I think they can beat Tennessee because I think Bill's going to take away what they want to do because the run is getting stopped automatically. Tennessee wants you to think they're going to smash you and hit you over the top.
Yeah.
With AJ, and then if Julio could be healthy, they have the secondary to shut all that down.
And your boy Tannehill had 4 picks the other day, I think.
Yeah, and they just cut Adrian Peterson too. They waived him.
Mm-hmm.
So that experiment didn't work out. So.
And the young boy hurt. McNichols.
Yeah. So I don't think they're gonna. I think the Patriots. This is gonna fall right to the Patriots' hand. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're running into a team that unfortunately
the defense too good. Here's what I separate. I'm with the Pats too. I got to separate from Jeff. Let me see.
Don't make your desire to be first make you end up last.
I mean, I am first, so let me see. Will the Packers lose 2 games in a row? Did the Rams lose the 2 games in a row already, or just one?
Yes,
the last 2 games.
2 games before the bye.
And he off a bye with Sean McVay.
And then the Packers lost 1
with OBJ.
And Rodgers is hurt, man.
And A-Rod is hurt. No, we don't know about Aaron Jones. I'm telling you. Off the bye, Aaron Donald, Von Miller.
Here's where it's at. I'm going to go Rams, but I'm going to go Colts with Jordan over the Bucks. And that's going to be the one that separation from Jeff. And then the other game, 49ers, Vikings. I don't trust the Vikings like that, man. So I'm going to go with the 49ers. I like what they're doing. And low key, old boy, second league receiving right now.
Who?
Samuel, Debo. Nah, Debo. Yeah. People, Debo a beast. So I'm gonna go with Colts 49ers, Jeff. So you got Bucks and Vikings. So that's what we separate at the end of the day.
I swear I was ready to get it from you. I
don't know why you thought that.
Do me a favor, Mike.
Yo.
Sanitize the spot while you got it. So when you move out after this week, first place would be nice and clean for you.
We're gonna see, bro. But that's our show and our picks for this week, man. And it was recorded this time, so thank everybody for watching and listening. Thank people in the comments. It was a good show, good picks, and we'll be back next week for episode 30. Hopefully by next week I have some time to throw the intro on there or whatever once I figure that out. But with everybody yawning, I'm Big Mike. That's our show. We'll see you guys
everybody
next
yawning.
Week.
Late in the studio.
Don't you gotta go to sleep. Bedtime.
I am.